What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got some more crazy entitled parent stories for you. Entitled sister tries to kick my pregnant self down the stairs. For a bit of context, this was about 4 to 5 years ago, so the dialogue probably won't be 100% accurate, and at the time I was about 5 months pregnant. I was 16 and living with my entitled mum and entitled sister. Yes, my dad was in the picture. My mother had always been extremely entitled and considered her own issues above others, even her own children. It once took her over a week of me complaining after a sports accident to be seen by a doctor. I had severe concussion, but that's a story for another time. On to the story. The day had started off like any other, but I was in a pretty bad mood. Pregnancy hormones are raging and I looked like a ticking time bomb to my boyfriend. He suggested coming over to my house to cuddle and watch movies. I happily agreed, but I told him I had to ask my entitled mum first, and we simultaneously sighed. My entitled mum has never liked my boyfriend, and at this point I'd known him for 8 years. We were good friends before we decided to start dating. I go and ask her as nicely as possible if me and him could spend some time together, as I was feeling kinda stressed and needed to relax. Keep in mind, he literally lives right across the street. Mum, can my boyfriend please come over and watch movies with me? I'm feeling kinda stressed and I'd like to spend some time with him.
No, I've got a headache, and besides, look where spending time with him got you anyways.
Okay, but you didn't need to be rude. My entitled mum then mumbles something I couldn't make out. I call him back up and let him know it's a no-go. We're both obviously disappointed, but really can't do much about it. My boyfriend suggests playing Minecraft together, and I agree before hanging up and going to get on my computer. We're both huge gaming nerds, and Minecraft was our little thing we did together when my entitled mum refused to let me see him. Jump forward to later on that night. I had forgotten all about my entitled mum's rude comment and was feeling pretty content. I was making my way to the bathroom when my entitled sister cuts in front of me.
I need to pee.
Okay, can I go first? I really gotta go.
No, I was here first, and you should have gone sooner if you need to go that badly.
Oh, fine. My entitled sister takes a whole 5 minutes, but for a pregnant chick, it felt like forever. Finally, she comes out and goes down the hall into her room. I walk in and didn't even get a chance to shut the door before my entitled mum pushes it back open.
I need to take a bath.
Okay, just let me pee real quick.
No, get out. I need to take a bath first.
I contained my sigh and walked back out the door. I go back to my room, and 10 minutes later, I'm dangerously close to peeing myself. I go to the bathroom door and knock. Mum, I really need to pee. Can I please come in and use the bathroom?
Yeah, just make it quick.
I've barely just sat down before the bomb drops. I knew her just dropping it was too good to be true. For some context, I've always been a good and quiet kid. Even as a teen, I never smoked, never did drugs, and wasn't whoring around. A breaking condom was the cause of my pregnancy.
You were very disrespectful today.
How?
You know I don't like your boyfriend. Why would you ask if he can come over? You should be more respectful than that.
I'm getting irritated at this point. I've been pretty stressed out this week and I just wanted some support. He is the father of my child after all.
Do I not support you? Do I not give you a roof over your head and food to eat? You should be thankful I'm letting you stay here in your condition.
I bite my tongue. You know I love you, but I need a different kind of support sometimes. I need some emotional support. I stand up to leave when I hear her mumble under her breath.
Whores don't get emotional support.
I froze for a minute, trying to process what she just said. I was used to her insults by now. From a young age, 5 or 6, I was called many things, including useless, pathetic, lazy, stupid, and a few others. She would constantly put me down and borderline beat and degrade me. My dad was a druggie and an alcoholic, still is, and was never in the picture. Heck, I didn't even meet him until I was 8 years old. She would constantly say that I would end up just like him and that I shouldn't even try to be more than that. I was heavily depressed from the age of 10 onwards, and I still deal with depression now. I saw red. I just stood there for a second before sitting back down onto the closed toilet. She paid no attention at all. I don't condone violence, and thinking back, I shouldn't have lost my temper, but those hormones are annoying. I stood up and threw her bra at her while she was in the tub. She started screaming like a maniac, and I started out the bathroom, visibly angry. My entitled sister comes bursting from her room and shoots past me into the bathroom. Here's a little visual for you guys. I lived in a 2-story apartment with the bathroom door just to the side of the staircase but on the opposite wall. It's 2 sets of stairs with a landing in the middle and railings on the sides of the stairs. My mum's room was directly to the right of the stairs, and mine and my entitled sister's bedrooms were down a short hallway. I start towards the stairs as I was intent on storming out of the house. All of a sudden, I feel my entitled sister kick me very hard in the back between my shoulder blades. I quickly grabbed onto the rail with my right hand and catch myself with the other and ended up stumbling down one or two of the top steps. What the F is wrong with you? I'm pregnant, you idiots! I'm calling the police! I threw a bra at her. Why the frick would you call the police? My entitled sister then ignored me as she pulled out her phone and dialed 911. She went back into the bathroom and shut the door. I head downstairs and go outside to cool off on the front porch. Sure enough, not 5 minutes later, 2 police cars pull up and my entitled mum and entitled sister walk outside. I got a call about a domestic assault? My entitled mum points at me sitting down.
She attacked me while I was in the bathtub.
Not really, sir. She insulted me and I threw her bra at her. I never laid a hand on her. The first officer takes a good minute to look at me. I guess he noticed my belly and saw that I had been crying. I wasn't showing a lot, but it was still noticeable. He notices for the second officer to come over and I walk off to the side with him and I tell him everything that happened, including earlier today. The second officer walks me back over to them. Then he says to my entitled sister, "Mom, is it true you tried to kick her down the stairs and are fully aware that she is pregnant?" "She's lying. She's the violent one. She attacked Mum." "Do you have any proof of your entitled sister doing this?" I turn around and lift up my long hair. Lo and behold, there is a partially visible shoe print on my back. The first officer asks if he can look, and I consent to him pulling down the collar of my t-shirt, only for them to see a sizable bruise starting to form. The officer asks if my entitled sister can explain this, but she clams up completely, and my mum acts like there is nothing there. So the officer leads me off towards one of the cars while the other officer stands with them. "I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have you call someone to come and pick you up for the night. I need to ask you, would you like to press charges against your sister?" Thinking back now, I wish I had. I told him doing that would only make my home life worse than it is now. He said that since I was 16, I should look into emancipation. I denied an ambulance ride, stating that I would get checked out in the morning. My entitled sister was told that no charges would be pressed against her for assault of a pregnant woman. I still watched the colour drain from her face regardless. Meanwhile, I called my other awesome sister and filled her in on what happened. She got there almost as quick as the cops did, and we had a long chat on the ride to her house. My entitled mum is still entitled, but so much less than she used to be. When I turned 18, I verbally tore her a new one with no danger of getting kicked out, as I then lived with my boyfriend, who I was married to at the time. My entitled sister is no longer entitled, and we get along great. Realizing she almost went to jail, she did a complete 180 on life, and she is now a healthy, responsible, and unentitled adult. Okay, but she tried to kick you down the stairs when you were pregnant. You don't just do that if you're a normal person. Am I not getting something here? Like, guys, let me know in the comments below. You can't go from trying to murder your sister to being normal, can you? I don't really get that. I guess I'm happy for you that she's no longer entitled, but come on, she still seems absolutely horrible in this story. Like, come on, you should not have had to go through that situation in the first place, and to be honest, I blame your mum for facilitating the entire thing. Now for our second story. Do not try and make me babysit your baby, or I will remove you indefinitely from my life. My brother and his psycho wife asked me the other day to babysit their children, and I said no. I work a 9-to-5 job and do extracurricular stuff afterwards that's more important. To which his psycho wife said, "You're going to babysit your nephew and nieces because we're on our way to your place right now and you're just gonna have to freaking deal with it." Which I then replied, "Go ahead and try," and promptly got in my car and left my place of residence and did not come back until later. I already had things to do. The next morning, my neighbor next door said that a woman was at my door with her baby and 2 little girls for an hour and a half, knocking on the doors and windows just trying to get in. To which I called my brother and was absolutely livid and told him to not let his wife do that. Turns out they wanted me to watch the kids so they could go bar hopping until 2 a.m. and not have me return their children until 10 a.m. I've told him and my family I'm child free. Everyone seems to leave me alone about it except for this female dog. She has legit called me irresponsible and a man-child for not wanting to have kids when I first told my family about it. What the heck? Take a look at yourself. It sounds like you're irresponsible for having kids and not wanting to look after them properly. Oh my god. So they have a child and they want some free time, both of which are are their decisions, but somehow this is your responsibility. Smells a bit fishy to me. Now, just before we end today's video, I thought I would quickly update you guys on what we know so far about the goat story from a few days ago. Now, I just want to say a quick thank you. You guys have not only smashed 10,000 likes like I asked, you've hit over 15,000 likes, which is mind-blowing. So as a result, I'm gonna keep an eye on this post and make sure that I update you guys as soon as the video is available. But for now, this is what OP has said on the matter. Actually, one of you left a comment on the original post saying anyone here after watching Redditor's video, and OP replied, I won't have the video up till after the trial. This happened this Sunday. It will be a little while before I can get the SD cards back. So it will probably be a little while, guys, before we have confirmation if we can see this video or not, but don't worry, I will let you guys know as soon as I know. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of Entitled Parents. I really hope you have enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to like this video, comment your opinions on the stories down below, and hit the subscribe button for daily Reddit content on my channel. If you want more immediately, click the video you can see on screen right away. I promise you it's a very good one. With that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow with a brand new upload.